This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. Look, man, how come Terrence Crawford always fighting these fighters that have been past their prime or they're quote-unquote broken fighters? I'm going to say that again. How come Terrence Crawford is always fighting these fighters that are quote-unquote past their time or fighters that are broken fighters? Kell Brook is your next fight, but we already know Errol the True Spence broke his ass. I'm going to say that again. Kell Brook, we know that's your next fight because you don't have no options. You're the B-side. We already know that Errol the True Spence broke his ass. People say, oh, Triple G broke him. Bull fucking shit. Because if Triple G broke him, why he went 11 rounds with Errol the True Spence? You fucking dodo heads. You fucking brain full of mush and brainwashed followers. So Kell Brook did not look good when he fought Errol the True Spence. If he's a broken fighter, why did that fight last as long as it did? Why did it take Errol the True Spence 11 rounds to put his ass on Boys to Men? On bended knee. Huh? Why did it take that? See, that's the thing. Remember, Errol the True Spence called out Kell Brook prior to the Triple G fight. So I want to hear this rhetoric of, Kell Brook was already broken. Bullshit. Kell Brook was ducking Errol the True Spence prior to that. That's why he went and fought Triple G, because he thought he was going to get out of the Errol the True Spence fight. Woo. What I said was so deep and profound. I was leagues above you motherfuckers. Only deep thinkers understand the magnitudes of what I said, the weight and the gravity of what I said. So let me rewind and say that again. Kell Brook ducked Errol the True Spence thinking that fighting Triple G was going to get him out of that fight. But lest you guys forget, let's have to remind your ass. Errol the True Spence kept the what? He kept the foot on the what? On the necks. He kept the foot on the what? On the necks. He applied that unlimited pressure in the ring like I do on YouTube. That's what he did. He kept the foot on the neck strategy. And it worked. Because guess what? Kell Brook would have to give up that IBF belt, or he had no choice but to fight Errol the True Spence. And he didn't want to look like no punk. He didn't want to look like no dud. It's not in his DNA to look like that. So he took the fight. Errol the True Spence broke his fucking ass. Everybody that has fought Errol the True Spence are broken fighters. They are no longer the same, folks. The proof is in the pudding. Everyone Errol the True Spence has fought either no longer boxes and are in some kind of other occupation, either are suffering pissing, amber, and CTE issues, or they are a shell of themselves and they have to retire. That's the facts. So when Bud fights Kell Brook, he's not fighting the best Kell Brook. Errol the True Spence gave him as leftovers. He slapped his ass up. So when you hear motherfuckers like whatever the fart your name is says that that's some rhetoric, that's because that's a one-trick pony motherfucker. He don't know shit. And I've already ethered and murked his ass and exposed him for the fraud that he is. Whenever you hear bad fella, aka the dude with the obese condition, is sitting there telling you rhetoric, that's because look at him. He looks and he feels like fucking shit. And like Bomac, he needs to go eat a fucking cheeseburger. Because motherfuckers like that, their bodies are so diseased and so fucked up that they have to eat every hour. It's the chemical dichotomy. You know what I'm saying? The chemical anatomy of their body. You know what I'm saying? That dichotomy in their body is fucked. It's off. So that's what motherfuckers need to go do. Eat a cheeseburger every fucking hour. Looking and feeling like fucking shit. But hating on Errol the True Spence. Oh, he's ducking Bud. You fucking idiots. When he sat there and looked that motherfucker in his face and told him, you too light on your ass, I will straight up stop you. And then told Bud, I put that on everything, dog. When a man say I put it on everything, whew, that's that gutter term right there. That's for the real G's out here in these boxing streets. They know what I'm talking about. When a man look at you in your face and say, I put that thing on everything, I will fucking stop your ass. You too light on your ass? That means he will fucking do it. When has there ever been a time that Errol the True Spence has not done something that he has said he's done? He is a man of his word. That's why he's a man after my own heart. Because I'm the same way. If I tell you something, I fucking do it. That's what Errol the True Spence is. He's a guy that tells you something, lives by it, and does it exactly the way that he says. And when he tells you that Terrence Crawford is going to be fighting a broken fighter, because he already knows, it's obvious that Kell Brook is his next fighter. Now I hear some good names out there, Josh Taylor. You know, that possibly should be a fight that Terrence Crawford should fight. Shout outs to Woolstar TV. He had the video out there saying that Terrence Crawford should fight Josh Taylor. I agree with that one. That's a good one. There's Regis Prograis. I think that's a good one too. Because Errol the Truth Spence done fought a small guy, right? A 135/140 pounder, Mikey Garcia. Why can't Terrence Bud Crawford do the same thing? Regis Prograis fresh. He's not past his prime. He's a little younger than Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence Bud Crawford's 31 years old. About to be 32. Regis Prograis 29 to 30 years old. Damn near 30. So why shouldn't they fight? And I don't want to hear this stuff that Regis Prograis fight at 140. He's big. He's a big dude. I bet you his walk around weight is about 160, 165. He looked like he walk around in that weight. So yeah, I would like to see him fight that dude. That would be an entertaining fight because, believe it or not, I believe Terrence Bud Crawford will beat the shit out of Regis Prograis. But I believe Regis Prograis is physical enough to give him fits. I do believe that. He ain't gonna get the shit beaten out of him, but he's going to expose Terrence Bud Crawford in a way because he's gonna hit back. Because a lot of Terrence Bud Crawford's fights, minus Gamboa, guys haven't been hitting his ass back. That's why I know he ain't ready for the likes of an Errol the Truth Spence. Because when Errol the Truth Spence puts the tactical aggression, the technical puncher placement, the body snatching work, the levying onslaught of the punishment style, courtesy of Errol the Truth Spence on his ass, he's going to succumb. He's going to fold like a fucking pancake, man. He's going to fold like a waffle. He's going to fold like a biscuit, dog. There's just no two ways around that bad boy. I think Regis Prograis would give Terrence Bud Crawford fits. Terrence Bud Crawford will beat the shit out of him. I think it's going to be a unanimous decision, 9-3, 8-4. But Regis Prograis going to get some 3 or 4 rounds of putting it on damn Terrence Bud Crawford. And I'm talking about putting it on him. I mean legitimately hurting him. Worse than what a Gamboa was able to do. Gamboa gave him stanky leg. Regis Prograis give him double or triple stanky leg. I believe that. And Kell Brook is a big motherfucker. Yeah, he's going to be a damaged fighter, like Errol the Truth Spence said. But I believe he's still going to be able to inflict some kind of damage on Terrence Bud Crawford too. Because he's a big-ass motherfucker. He don't fight at welterweight no more. He's a big dude. Terrence Bud Crawford ain't going to get his ass out of there. But I want to see that fight. Because like Errol the Truth Spence said, he'll be fighting his leftovers. Amir Khan was 5 years past his prime. Jeff Horn was a lame duck. He was there for the belt to be taken. And Jose Benavidez had 1 fucking leg. If this was Jose Benavidez with 2 legs, mind you, it took Terrence Bud Crawford how many rounds to get his ass out of there? 12. If he had 2 legs, he possibly could have won that fight. A lot of people ain't even talking about that shit. This is how you know Terrence Bud Crawford's resume at welterweight is exposed. He needs to fight some serious people. But Errol the Truth Spence is Bane. He lived in it. He was born in it. And he was molded by the 147-pound division. This is how I know there's levels to this shit. I told you they're the 2 top tier welterweights, but Errol the Truth Spence is league and shoulders above Terrence Bud Crawford. And I know this gets on people's nerves, but it's the facts. So if I'm Terrence Bud Crawford and I want to get ready for Errol the Truth Spence, I'll fight a Kell Brook. I'll fight a Josh Taylor, and I'll fight a Regis Prograis. I fight those 3 guys. Then that will start making it look good on his resume. And then possibly the winner of Danny Garcia and whoever. Fight those 4 guys before you get that super fight with Errol the Truth Spence. Because I feel like if you go through those 4 guys, those 4 names will help you. You're still getting your ass fucking stopped, but you'll be a little bit more competitive in the fight because you've assimilated more into the weight class. You too light on your fucking ass. You won't be as light, but you'll still be too fucking light on your ass. You still gonna get fucking stopped either way. You know what I'm saying? You're getting bulldozed. Like Errol the Truth Spence told young Yellow Beezy after the Mikey Garcia fight. I'm going back to bulldozing what? I'm going back to bulldozing nickels. I'm going back to bulldozing what? I'm going back to bulldozing nickels. And Terrence Bud Crawford fits that line of cast that needs to be bulldozed. But fight your Kell Brooks, fight your Josh Taylors, fight your Regis Prograis, and fight your Danny Garcias, and then Errol the Truth Spence will come see your ass. Get your pay-per-view numbers up because you're truly a B-side right now, and just get these fights going because right now you're not ready for that dude. It's night and day with y'all. This is Enos' Sport. Checking out.